Hey everybody, this is the fourth floor of the Scottish Rite. We're just going to take some videos up here and then we'll talk about it later in the show. But I wanted to show you what the actual fourth floor looks like. Here's some more of these swinging doors that I was telling you about. It's kind of like the old saloon buildings. Again, this is where the actual Scottish Rite Masons meet. They meet on the fourth floor. All the other lodges meet on the third floor. Just briefly, this is what the lodge room looks like. Looks like there's no power in here. This is where the Scottish Rite Masons meet. This to me is one of the creepiest meeting halls there is. Back here is the stage where we put on the grease for new classes and things. It's pretty freaky. The hallways back in here, the behind the scenes, is what's really freaky to me. And we'll go back this way. As you can see, there's lots of little hidden rooms, lots of staircases, lots of places to go. What's up there? No idea. Don't want to go up there. But this is the actual Scottish Rite back rooms that you meet. Here's the hallway where we used to hear people walking up and down on. And as you can see, it is pretty dark back here. Imagine at night trying to find your way out of the meeting room. Hey everybody, so we're still on the fourth floor. This is the actual window where the parking lot is on the east side, I believe, where we park, where you can actually see those gentlemen looking down at you. We would be down there getting ready to leave and talking about a fundraiser or the meeting itself and just getting ready to go home. And someone would always say, hey, look up on the fourth floor. And you'd look down and you'd see those gentlemen that we saw in the pictures with those hats. It was pretty freaky indeed. Let's go to the third floor. Hey everybody, so we're at the Scottish Rite building in Savannah, Georgia. I'm coming off the elevator of the third floor. This is where all what we call blue lodges meet. Now, blue lodges are degrees 1 through 3. And the reason why we call them blue lodges is because they used to meet outside at night and under the stars with a blue sky. So this is where everybody signs in to go to lodge. I'm a past master of Clinton Lodge, number 54, back in 2004. You sign in here. We have a Tyler that sat here. This is his knocks. These are his knocks. Here's the big heavy doors too that swing. These are really hard to open, close a lot of. Now, here is the actual blue lodge. We have several chairs and things. The worshipful master, of course, sits in the east. This is our holy altar. We're not a religion, but there's been a ton of scary stuff happen in here. Some of the stuff that's happened in here, like I said, with the doors, you would hear the knocks. But I would always hear the knocks when I was treasurer of the lodge, sitting over at this table over here. And this is where I would sit. And I don't know if you remember or not, but I told you about Jiggs. Jiggs was the old security guard. We used to have a security guard here that wouldn't let people in and out from the street. We always called this tiling. So when we would tile the doors, we would make sure the doors were closed. Didn't matter if it was this door, or that door. But Jiggs, when he was going home early because he was tired and he was old, we had a little special knock. And he would always just a little fun. But he'd do it enough to where I could hear it here that let me know that he was going home. So this long hallway right here is where I would hear him walking up and down. Not only him, but it's pretty scary back here. So going all back here, this leads to where a lot of the lodges house their inventory, whether it be robes to put on degrees or old Masonic things. This is our ante room. This is where we would keep all candidates before it was time to become a Mason. The candidates are only allowed to walk in and out of this door. They cannot walk in and out of the door that we came in from. Only Freemasons can, and then visitors when the lodge is at ease. So this is the lodge. This is what we call the Blue Lodge. Now, upstairs, it's pretty scary. There is a 120-year-old organ up there that sometimes would play. We used to have an old piano over here in the corner that would sometimes play. The chimes that I spoke about is over here that we would ring when a brother had passed away. No, power must be off. But this would ring for no reason sometimes. When we'd be sitting in a lodge, you get dong. It was the craziest thing in the world. But this is what we call the Blue Lodge. This is where a lot of the lodges meet. Mine, one of them, we met on Wednesday nights. And this is it. You're going to be one of the last people to see actually inside the Scottish Rite and where all the Freemasons met. All these pews are kind of new. We got those whenever they came and started to do some filming on some Savannah shows. We allowed them to use this building for colonial time courts, I believe, and things like that. And they gave us the pews to use at the end because they replaced our carpet. Carpet's only about 2 or 3 years old now. But upstairs is very, very creepy. Trying to see. There it is. If you hear that, especially if you're sitting in here by yourself and you're waiting on the rest of the brothers to get here, and you hear this, this is only played whenever there's a fallen brother. So this is kind of like a symbol of a brother reaching out to us saying, hey, I'm here. So it's pretty neat, pretty interesting. I'll play it again a few more times so that you can hear it. But when we would have an actual meeting and this would happen, nobody knew. And as you see, you got to actually push the button.